Hello, everybody. How are you? Beautiful sunny day in Los Angeles. The weather's been beautiful the last few days. The daytimes are cool, not hot, and the night times are not as cold. So, guys, this video is about our friends in Dallas. We've been doing videos on Dallas all week. This one is an insight into some really bad bike shops. And in fact, in my opinion, 5 of the worst bike shops in Dallas. And at the end of the video, if you don't hear one that you think should be on the list, go ahead and leave a comment and share. Because when you share, the whole community grows stronger. So the first bike shop that didn't work for me was Muscle Bound Bikes. Now, they're on the far south side. If you take the 491 freeway south, get off at the McClellan exit, they're going to be right there by the exit. And Muscle Bound, these guys spend their day at Gold's Gym when they're not selling bikes. And gosh, I wish I was that fit and that muscly. Muscly? Now, a good indicator why I'm not muscly is that I use the word muscly. You don't hear anybody at Gold's Gym saying, "I'm gonna get more muscly today, fellas." But the problem is they don't offer any kind of bike security because they put on their bike, owned by founders of Muscle Bound Bikes. And the streets know that they can't steal that bike in Dallas. Because if you've ever been disciplined by a criminal act that you made, if you've ever had justice served on you, is a better way to put it, by a member of Muscle Bound Bikes, then you know the pain that they can cause with those muscles, being all muscly and everything. So for me, I don't have that. I don't have the muscles. All I have is a brain that works half the time. The other half, I spend trying to remember where I put my keys. So I'm going to need a lock or some security. They don't offer that, so I'm going to put them on my worst list. The second one is Bird Bath Bikes. Now, Bird Bath Bikes, if you go out west, take the 642 freeway, get off at the Smith exit, turn right on Turner Street. They're right there. Now, Bird Bath Bikes have a co-promotion with a local bird bath company. So if you buy a bike, depending on the bike, you get a free bird bath, again, depending on the bird bath. So if you are interested in bikes and you have a bunch of birds that are pecking at the windows, flying low and hitting your guests in the side of the head with their beaks to the point where there's holes in their head, they're terrorizing the neighborhood, they're picking up pets and flying them over the houses 3-4 blocks and then dropping them into swimming pools. Okay, then you need, the reason they're doing that, guys, is they need a bath. When they don't get a bath, they get surly, and you say, well, that's silly, come on. You can't go 5 days without a bath. You're going to get mean and ornery too. Or at least the people around you will. So, that's a no for me. It's too complicated. That's a no for me. Now, number 3 is offensive bikes. Offensive bikes will go out of their way to offend you during the bike selling process. Usually when you go to a retail store, they try to be friendly and helpful. These guys try to be the opposite. It's almost like those old restaurants where they abuse you when you walk in, those 50s diner style, and they kind of like, hurry up with your order. We don't got all day. That gum chewing 50s waitress. It's kind of like that, except they're hipsters. So they're mean and ornery hipsters that will tell you that you don't deserve that bike, you're not fit enough for this other bike, that your style is lame, and you need a lame bike to match your lame style. And some people love it, guys. But for me, it's I'm never really sure if they're serious or if it's just part of the act. And I do dress lame, so I'm not offended by that because I wear running shoes that I got off of Amazon that have a design. They have some stripes on them, but the stripes don't look like they were stitched on like a normal shoe. It looked like they were pressed on with an iron. So they are lame. But again, like I'm not sure because I like a good joke, but I'm never really sure when they're joking or not. I'm going to say no to offensive bikes. Now along those lines is dirtiness bikes. Dirtiness bikes, they get the bikes in, they don't clean them at all. They don't oil the chain at all. Now they have good prices, but the bikes are filthy. And as a result, all the salespeople look like Pigpen. They're filthy. So if I'm going to test a bike, I don't want to have to remove an inch and a half of crust off the seat to just ride it around the block outside the bike shop. It's too much. Dirtiness bikes, not worth the sales, not worth the discount that you'll get for having a filthy bike. It's not for me. Now, the last one is mayoral bikes. These guys sell bikes that were formerly owned by the mayor. And it doesn't matter who the mayor is. So in other words, they've been in business for a long time and selling bikes from a number of former mayors. Because they only get bikes owned by a mayor when they were in office. You can't be an ex-mayor and just bring your bike down. They don't care about that. They want the clout. They want the story that says this bike was owned by the mayor when they were in office. And I'll be honest with you, I don't give a hoot. All right? I think the politics of this country have completely lost their way. We spend more time dunking on the other side than we do actually solving problems. And to ride a bike that was ridden and owned by a mayor is just to be beyond the pale. I'm going to have to say no. Guys, those are, in my opinion, the 5 worst bike shops in Dallas, Texas. If you know any others, let us know and come back for more.